Greetings, y'all. Greetings. Today, what I want to talk about is making up for lost ground. I cannot express how important it is for you to learn, have, and develop this skill. As you find yourself in various places, as I'm reaching out to different people, the question is, how can you make up for lost ground, lost space, lost time? And let me just take a small step back. Maybe you're dealing with different stuff within a relationship, financially. It could be in any way, shape, or form that you feel like you're not winning. Um, what can we do to put yourself in a winning situation? And I think before we even do that, we have to look at, like, are we making a proper assessment of where we're at, regarding what we're struggling with? Are we making a proper assessment? Because we have to first be able to acknowledge, okay, this is a problem. I am not achieving this goal. This is my goal that I want to do. So then once we do that, then we could kind of look into seeing, like, identifying what we're trying to make up for, where we fall short, and not let me get too in the weeds with it. But um if we're talking about money, I'm gonna use money and time, and they're almost synonymous with each other, because money is money is infinite. We could get infinite money, but time is finite. There's only so much of it that we have. We only have 24 hours in a day. Everyone has only 24 hours in a day. How can we maximize our 24 hours in a day? So we're looking to if we're behind, we're looking, how can we double up? How can we double up somehow our time, or make it up in all ways? So just some simple things is saving and investing. Now, saving is a very simplistic way of doing it, but most banks you can only earn 4% interest. So that's just you then becoming disciplined to just put yourself in a position to save money. But if you take that skill a little bit further, so it's almost like laying up the ball versus dunking it. A saving money is a layup, easy, good, you accomplish the task. But to invest wisely, is dunking the ball. It's a emphatic, putting yourself in a great place. It's not letting the banks do what you can do for yourself. And that's where we start talking about brokerage accounts and things like that. Also is, what else can we do? We can lower our spending. This is part of us of making up for lost ground. And this is where lost ground, as far as financially, like, if we can't if we can't find a um make different changes in other ways, one other thing that we could do is lower our spending. And I kind of alluded to this previously. If you don't have turnovers, you don't have steals, somebody doesn't steal the ball from you, or you don't fumble the ball or whatnot, fumble the bag, fumble the money, then that's less errors that you run into. So that'll help you to move even closer to the goal. All right, and then increase income and revenue. How can we increase our income and revenue? Whether it's working more hours, getting paid more per hour that we do, getting a boost or a shot for um, getting paid a lump sum of money for what we do. Those are all different ways that we could do that, including getting paid for IP royalties or whatnot from licensing agreements. There's a lot of different ways that you could do this. And what I'm noticing is that a lot of times we have to think about how can we find and utilize productivity hacks or shortcuts in the best sense, or some people might even say it's common sense practices and principles. How can we better utilize that? What can I do to maximize my time? And I always like to use the analogy as far as going out walking, going out walking and listening to, as opposed to listening to music. You can listen to music if you really feel like it, but if you know you're behind on podcast or reading or something like that, then that means you could use that time where you're exercising and walking to listen to a podcast, to hear it. So you're doing two things: you're exercising and you're expanding your mind, as long as it's not too dense of material or you have a good enough background knowledge on it. And that'll be a way that you can expand your background knowledge on it. So that's something also that you could do. And then as we become more apparent of what pitfalls do we need to avoid, what traps do we need to avoid, are we really seeing something for what it is? Okay, a good example that I could use is like, okay, us driving our car in a pothole. If you don't have lights and you can't see it and you kind of think you see a pothole, it may be darker concrete or something like that. You might not swerve and miss it. And you might tear up your car, tear up your wheels, tear up your rims, tear up your ball joints, bearings. It could be a lot of different things that get tore up. So you being able to see those things or recognize that those things, seeing them is one thing, but recognizing that how much damage they can cause and how can you avoid that damage and not having to incur a cost in whatever way a cost might be that you could easily avoid would be very beneficial for you. Um, and being wiser, another thing, being wiser with our time. How can we better utilize our time so that it doesn't negatively affect us? Are we using our time? Are we not getting things done? Are we not being productive in a sense? So we want to be wiser with our time. We want to maximize our time. We want to maybe work more, work longer. Um, we could work more. We could work longer hours. We can get paid more. We can work a double shift. We can work overtime. We can work triple time. We could increase our pay. Those are all different ways that we could do that. But just to realize, okay, what can I do uh, to kind of put ourselves? And I've heard people say work two jobs at the same time remotely or something like that. Those are different things that people have said. I've heard. Um, double up what we're doing, what we're doing, double up on what we're doing. So how can we do that? And we always want to look to increase a skill, knowledge, talent, resources, connections, etc. When you increase those things, they give you a greater ability to do more in the future. So how can we increase those areas? And to be honest with you, all five of those areas are critically important that we need to do so that we can put ourselves in the best situation possible. Because we can't just have skill, knowledge, and talents, but don't have resource or connections, or have resource and connections and then not really have skills, knowledge, or talents. Like they don't coincide together for you to be a full version of yourself. It's like I don't know, being able to dribble the ball but not being able to shoot, being able to drive a car but not having gas in the car. Uh, pick something, pick something in there. So we're gonna talk more about this stuff. I'm gonna have more information for y'all, and that we're gonna keep moving in the right direction. But I just wanted to say that, and I wish you all the best. All right, we'll talk.